Please, slurp away.
It's Buddha's birthday, and I think we found buckwheat nirvana.
She was born in the outskirts of Seoul to an American GI and a young Korean woman. He was born in Alsace, France, land of pork and cabbage. She was put up for adoption at 3 and then lovingly raised in Virginia by her new family. He was 16 when he began his apprenticeship. She found her birth mother when she was 19. He came to America and became one of the world's greatest chefs. They fell in love and married over a decade ago. Now, Jean-Georges and Marja return to her birthplace to chronicle the tastes and traditions of Korea. These are the Kimchi Chronicles.
It's a sound you hear all across South Korea. It reverberates in big cities like Seoul and Busan and echoes all through the countryside, up in the mountains and along the seacoasts. It's a sound of noodles being slurped, a sound that's not merely tolerated, it's downright encouraged. Koreans are crazy about their noodles and dumplings, and tradition has it that the more you like them, the more noise you make eating them. Historically, wheat was scarce in Korea, and noodles were made mostly from ground buckwheat, sweet potatoes, and even acorns. That all changed after the Korean War, when the U.S. gave South Korea massive amounts of wheat and rice. Within no time, Koreans were fashioning pastas from wheat that looked a lot like fettuccine and tortellini. As is the Korean fashion, the dishes quickly became integrated into Korean cuisine. Seasoned with kimchi and hot red pepper paste, served in ice-cold broths and in steaming bowls heaped with seafood, noodles and dumplings have become common fare all across South Korea. My Korean food guru Diana Kang and I decided to eat our way through Korean noodles and dumplings. We began our tour in Seoul at Myeongdong Hamhung Myeonok, a place that specializes in naengmyeon, a noodle dish with North Korean origins.
Oh, this looks great.
Pyongyang style naengmyeon.
Okay.
With cold beef broth. As you can see, the noodle is very thin
So beautifully
and
presented.
it has cold brisket.
Right, wow.
And-
Oh, they're very elastic.
Yes, it's very hard to eat in one bite. But then
yeah.
the trick to eating noodles is that you're never supposed to cut it because the noodle is supposed to mean long
Longevity
life.
and long life,
So
okay.
you should eat as long a noodle as
Oh
possible.
gosh, that's gonna
right?
be big cheek time.
And you can add mustard or
Okay.
vinegar to make it a little
Oh, the
more.
broth is very, it's sweet.
It's sweet.
Sweeter than I expected.
Put a little bit of vinegar
Okay.
and a little bit of mustard. And this is very spicy hot mustard.
Okay, can you give me a lesson in noodle eating? Because mine are sliding all over.
Wrap it around your chopstick.
Oh, you make it look easy.
And as long as you can, and then roll again.
Okie-dokie.
Only way you can not cut the noodle is if you slurp it up. But I don't know if I can slurp with naengmyeon because this, as you can see, is
Let me
very,
try.
You know. One of the keys to having a very good naengmyeon broth, I can taste a little bit of kimchi broth too. So after
Really?
the cold beef broth is ready, you add a little bit of kimchi broth to make it lighter.
It's really, really refreshing.
You're supposed to drink the soup. You take the bowl with 2 hands and just drink. It's nice and cool.
Really refreshing. I could have this for breakfast.
Oh, we have the spicy one. Do you want to change to spicy?
No. I'm keeping mine.
It has all the
good.
spices mixed in.
Ooh, it's the
It's a
same
little
type
more-
of noodle that's
yes,
in here.
Very elastic because
Very.
it has sweet potato and potato starch mixed in with
Right.
buckwheat.
It's delicious. This is great, but this is definitely my favorite, so I'm glad I kept mine.
You have to
Oh, I
really
got it, I
tour.
got
Oh, good. You're now
It's
an
all
expert.
in the wrist.
All in the wrist. Yes.
Next up, Diana brought me to Samcheong Kalguksu restaurant for some kalguksu, which literally translates to knife noodles. I ordered pajirak kalguksu, a big bowl of noodles with hot broth and tons of small clams. Diana chose pat kalguksu, a bowl of the same noodles served in a red bean sauce that was as hot as lava and took a while to cool down enough for her to dive in.
Oh my God, I can get a facial too. It smells so good.
감사합니다.
Oh, beautiful.
The noodles are all cut by hand. They're sort of uneven and rough.
Yeah, they look very
Little.
uneven and rough
Right,
cut. It seems
and-
so much more homey. Let me
And
try
this
that.
is a little bit sweeter.
Oh yeah? It's delicious. It's hearty.
Red bean soup is preferred by a lot of women after they give birth.
Really?
It helps reduce swelling in your body and takes out all the impurities.
Oh my God. I don't know if it has to do with the water here, but I have never had clam so sweet.
And I think your soup is based with clam juice. So
Tastes
it's
completely like
very,
clam. It's delicious. I just love to slurp them because they're so fat and they just...
and if like, you eat it too quietly, then the chef would be kind of worried. That
Oh, well, I
it's
better
not
do
as
my
good.
best work.
Yes, please, slurp away. Wow. Very good.
My mother would be proud.
Just as noodles represent longevity, mandu, or dumplings, symbolize wealth and prosperity and are eaten on New Year's Day to ensure financial success for the coming year. If one Korean food guru is good, two is even better. And joining us was Jennifer Flynn, a food blogger with a Wikipedic knowledge of all Korean things edible.
We are eating the perfect food today for this nasty, nasty weather, but who cares? We're under an umbrella and we're having mandu.
When it rains in Korea, you know, we always think about having mandu.
Oh, yes?
So it's good weather actually
Nice
for.
comfort.
Oh, here's steamed
so
mandu
good.
already.
This is my favorite kimchi mandu. Have you been here before?
Yeah, I love this place.
Well, it's a beautiful area.
This is Puamdong, which is a little bit north part of Seoul.
We're actually just outside the historic city walls of Seoul. And there's a gate right over there, it still exists, called Jahamun. If you hike in this area, you can still see parts of the old city wall.
80% of Korea is mountainous region. And one of the most favorite pastime for Koreans is going hiking in the mountains.
It's perfect. You go hiking, and then you come down here and you eat some dumplings.
That's the ultimate purpose of hiking. So you can eat afterwards.
That's great.
I think of dumplings, particularly in the US, as being from China.
Right.
And they're all sort of from the same origin, but they think that dumplings came into Korea during the 13th century with the Mongol invasion. And they made that sort of as an offering to help save the country. They're really old. This came during the Koryo period.
It was a very rare food in the olden days because flour was very precious.
Okay.
Flour was more expensive than gold.
Right,
Mandu was made only in the courts
right, for kings and
and
nobility.
for kings and nobility. Even when I was growing up, it was considered to be a very special food.
Oh, this mandu is so amazing. I can see why they're so popular. Skin is so thin, but it's got a nice chew to it. The inside is just stuffed. I mean, I see very few noodles. It's mostly meat and vegetable.
Oh, here are the soup,
Oh,
dumplings.
beautiful. Yeah, 감사합니다. What are these little round things?
Those are tuk.
They're,
This is duck too.
Yeah.
but they're the northern style stuff.
Ah, okay.
And it's called 조랭이.
조랭이 duck. They're so fun to eat. They're chewy. And
They're
little.
chewy like gnocchi. And you can see the different colors of mandu. This is pumpkin and spinach and probably carrot for the pink one.
Oh, that's beautiful. The colors are so gorgeous.
Colors.
And this is a
What's
different
going on
one.
with
You
this
can
soup?
look, even the broth. It's a clear
Clear.
beef broth. Very clean tasting.
Got a little kick to it too.
It does. It's a little bit spicy, but yeah.
And this is pumpkin?
Yeah.
So
A little meat in there too. I think I taste a little kimchi too.
it has a surprise in it. So when you bite
I
into
love
it,
surprises.
that's when you get that in the real taste of mandu.
What is that over there?
That looks like it's a chilled dish.
Oh, that's cold.
한국이에요.
Ah.
예, 원래 여름에 양지머리.
양지머리.
Okay.
And what is the soup base?
Whole brisket soup.
Oh.
And we use it in the summertime, so
It's so beautifully presented.
감사합니다. I love the way they put one mandu in one
It's a
bowl.
perfect
It's
fit.
just
I don't know if it's the dumplings or what, but the sun's out now. My body's warmer. I'm feeling good. I'm energized. I'm gonna finish up this soup, if you guys aren't, and then I think I'm gonna turn into a dumpling. Babe, we're going to cook today 2 classic Korean noodle dishes, which are 2 of my favorites. So you're doing a very, very traditional
Japchae.
mixed, it's called japchae.
So what about yours?
This is a dish that marries Chinese and Korean flavors together.
Makes sense, you guys are neighbor.
Exactly. It's based on black bean paste. So I'm gonna start with some onion, and I'll salt a little bit. You don't really need to get color, it's not about the color, it's just cooking it through. So when I was little in Korea, this was my favorite dish, and I had to have this at least 3 times a week. You know, when I found my birth family again and went back to Korea, this is one of the first meals I had, and I hadn't had it in 17 years, and it just brought back a flood of memories. So this dish is near and dear to my heart, and I'm glad I found a recipe. Now I'm gonna add in the zucchini and potato. So I really only blanch these for a few minutes. I browned some pork belly ahead of time, get it a little bit crispy. Now I'm gonna add in my black bean paste. It's really concentrated. Yeah.
Very strong.
You wouldn't want to eat it alone. So this is like a 1/3 cup of black bean paste. And I have some water over there. Could you grab that?
Yeah, sure.
Great. All of it. Perfect. So now I'm making a little sauce, and this is gonna thicken up and cook.
Looks so
So it needs to simmer and thicken
appetizing.
a bit. Yeah.
Great. So in the meantime, I'm gonna cook cellophane noodle.
And they're made out of sweet potato. So you have to make sure that they're translucent, and that's when you know they're done. Hence the name cellophane noodles. Now these change minute by minute, so you really have to keep an eye on it.
Watch them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start to saute my vegetables here. A little sesame oil with olive oil as well. Yeah, a little onions and garlic. Same thing on my pan, half and half.
Nope. And I
The
put the
mushroom. Yeah,
mushrooms in there as well.
that's correct. I
Hen
got
of the wood,
shiitake.
shiitake, and chanterelle.
Really saute them. I've like 3 bell pepper here, red
Right.
one, orange, yellow,
Okay.
some carrots. I think sometimes they put beef in japchae.
Yes,
no?
that's how I've typically had it.
There we go. I'm gonna add some green vegetables now. I
Okay.
got some sugar snap peas, fava beans, haricot vert, green beans, and
green beans.
asparagus.
Nice. Gosh, you've got 4 burners going at once. That's a
it's,
lot.
It's happening, it's happening.
What's happening?
Smells good, no?
That does smell good.
Mushroom are perfectly cooked. We ready?
Ready?
Yeah. The noodle is gonna go in the bowl after I put the sesame. Okay. And
Now
after
you have
that,
to toss it together. Okay, that's it. All right, these noodles are perfect. And you pour the rest.
all my vegetables.
Yep. Right on top of there. Okay, wait, let's put a little sauce here.
The sauce is honey, soy sauce, and sesame.
Oh, great. You really
It's a
wanna...
colorful japchae, huh?
Yeah,
I
it is.
needed
It's
to add
gorgeous.
my pea shoots. Yeah, a little just wilted.
Beautiful. Never seen this version before.
That was good, huh? All right, I'm gonna pour it in the bowl, and
It's really so simple after you prep everything.
the biggest work is the knife
Yes.
work, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There we go.
All right, babe. So these are hand-cut flour noodles, and this is the noodle that we use in Korea. They're called knife-cut noodles.
Have a nice bounce, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Beautiful. Looks amazing. Wow.
This is all about the sauce.
I know, I can see that. But it looks good.
So we just garnish with Korean cucumber, which is called oi. So how about we taste yours first? This
Right,
is more
sure.
subtle in flavor.
A little sweeter on this
Ooh,
one.
looks
is probably-
good. Make sure you get everything in one bite.
Pea shoot, huh? The pea shoot. Texture of the noodles are spectacular.
For a Frenchman, you have your Korean down.
I mean, I'm following your
Looks pretty
steps.
good. Before you eat it, you have to toss it. So the best way to toss it is to just like knead it with your chopsticks. Get all that sauce in there. And watch out, don't get this on your clothes, it won't come out.
That's good.
Yeah?
C'est pork.
All right, can I have some?
That's so good. So delicious. Dishes are very subtle because no cochigan, no spices. You know, but very savory. Delicious.
Absolutely. And you can also do this black bean dish with seafood as opposed to meat if you wanted to.
Great.
So it's really versatile. So, babe, which one do you like better? And you don't have to say me just because I'm standing here and there are lots of sharp things in the kitchen.
I love vegetables, but I think the black beans on the pork.
Really?
My favorite.
Thanks, babe. Give me some sugar.
That was delicious.
Nowadays, about 20 to 25% of Koreans are Buddhists. But in earlier times, during the Three Kingdoms to the Goryeo dynasty, Buddhism was a prevailing religion in Korea. Today, Buddhists and Christians comfortably coexist and celebrate national and religious holidays together. Shinheungsa Temple, considered the oldest Zen temple in the world, is less than half an hour outside the port city of Sokcho. The temple wonderfully captures Korea's resiliency. It was first built in the mid-600s but burned to the ground in 699. It was rebuilt soon thereafter, and then once again in 1648 following a second fire. Diane and I continued on our pilgrimage, this time to a temple of eating that our lighting director's mother had told him about. Little did we know that of the more than 100 restaurants we would visit for Kimchi Chronicles, this simple noodle place would be mine and the crew's favorite. Shiloam Maemilguksu restaurant is well worth the journey to sample their signature dish of Maemilguksu, buckwheat noodles served in a cold broth. Shiloam is tucked away next to a rice paddy on the outskirts of Sokcho, down a dirt road. A GPS is handy. A family-run restaurant that's been around for 3 generations. Jung-soo Kim, the matriarch, still comes in every day to keep the restaurant's authenticity in check. The line that forms each day is testimony to what Jung-soo Kim and her family have created. They don't just serve superlative noodles here. They grow the buckwheat and mill it right behind the restaurant. Then they shape it into dough, and using cutting-edge technology, turn out fresh buckwheat noodles that get flash-cooked before being rinsed and chilled. Then the chewy and elastic noodles get coiled into bowls and blanketed with an intoxicating combo of sesame oil, spicy red pepper paste, pickled white radish, cucumbers, kim, and sesame seeds. At the table, you get to ladle over as much icy cold bracing white kimchi broth as you want. Then you mix it all together with chopsticks for a dish known as Dongshimi Maemilguksu, an incredible cold noodle soup that somehow bumped into an unabashedly spicy gazpacho.
This is buckwheat noodles with lots of seasoning on top. In order to mix it well, we put in about 3 spoonfuls of this water from this kimchi broth.
Do your thing, girl. So refreshing and it's super hot today.
Yes.
Ooh, there's ice in here. Nice.
So you can taste the soup.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. Big bowl. Okay, let's see how well it tastes by slurping it and
Oh,
not
yay, we
cutting.
get to slurp?
Okay.
So different from any other kind of noodle I've had. It's a little more grainy in texture and not as elastic as naengmyeon noodles. This is like a mix of soba and naengmyeon. Kind of. It's a summer noodle dish.
We like to eat it in the winter as well, all year round.
Oh,
But
okay. It's kind of got a dual effect. It's cold, but it makes your body hot because it's so spicy. Oh,
you got the hot pepper
I'm
again.
not eating it. I always get the hot pepper. Sneaks in my bite.
Because this is made with just buckwheat only. It's very nutritious, but at the same time, doesn't have a lot of calories.
Right.
So
Diet food.
Diet food.
I could eat this every day.
This is really quite spicy at the end.
My lips are burning. But it's so good, I can't stop. Well, it's Buddha's birthday, and I think we found buckwheat nirvana.
I'm glad.
You always feed me so well. Today we're doing noodles, which is one of my favorite things to eat.
Most important today, we're cooking healthy noodle.
Right.
I think
exactly.
the buckwheat noodle, which is called Nyangmeng.
Naengmyeon.
Naengmyeon.
Good try.
All right. So we're gonna cook those noodles. They take about 4 minutes.
Very good. Nice.
For my noodles, what I did beef broth. So you can see,
Ooh.
I have some brisket boiling here. You want to add the scallion, the ginger on.
Just whole like that?
Whole like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the broth, it's gonna be chilled later on, and then we're gonna serve it with the
Oh
noodles.
yeah, that's really good.
So
I'm getting ready to make my sauce. We had this dish at a restaurant called Chilawam in Sokcho, right there near where Imo and my grandmother lived, and it was fantastic. I mean, I'm surprised we even got a table because it was packed in there. 3 tablespoons of gochujang, a little bit of rice vinegar. I'm gonna crush a little garlic here. So that's 2 cloves.
I gotta check
give it
on
a
my
little.
noodles here.
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
think
babe.
they're ready.
The restaurant where I had this noodles was amazing because it was 3 generations working there, and the son went to college in the States but came back home to help run his family's business, which is amazing, and they mill their own buckwheat. It's like incredible. Let me see. You really have to wash them really, really well. Ooh, looks good.
Yeah. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's like the perfect amount.
Yeah?
And I get half of that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Here, let me help you.
Okay,
You
you do
hold
it.
the bowl, and I will.
Oh, okay.
You have to.
Use your 2 hands.
Yeah. Always need your hands.
Perfect. Wow, that was good.
Babe, in here, I'm putting scallions
Scallion
in there
in
now. Yep.
I can taste it from
All
here.
right. So my sauce is ready. So you just do a little layer of
Good.
sesame oil. And then you do a couple dollops of the sauce. And this is a little bit of mu, which is, again, that large daikon. So this has been seasoned with chili pepper, salt, and sugar, and just sat in the fridge for a bit. Fresh cucumber, and then a little sesame seed, and some kim.
Delicious.
Okay, and then we top it with the tongshimi, which is white kimchi. It's not spicy at all. It's got a little garlic, scallion, the white napa cabbage, pear apple, and also the mu again. A little sugar and water. This has been fermenting, and just put the soup around. The most important thing is it has to be served super cold. All right, babe, so that's my dish. Let's see what yours is gonna be looking like.
It looks great. My cold
Beef broth. And this is served ice cold.
Ice cold.
Yeah.
So we're gonna add some biscuit. I cook it until it was really tender.
Pickled the mu again.
Asian pear, a little sweetness and crunch, some cucumber, hard-boiled egg.
Great.
I'm just gonna do a little dots of mustard, just to get
you're gonna
just to
season
get
it.
you going,
Okay.
and then the rest on the side.
Actually, I want to trade noodles. Should we taste?
Absolutely.
Okay. So when we were served this the first time, I didn't know whether to eat it in layers or what, but they said just mess it up and mix it
So
all
you
in
mix
there.
it up?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Slurping is considered polite. The louder you slurp, the more compliment it's giving the chefs. This is how you slurp.
Are you inhale? You're good? I can see why there's a line outside the restaurant.
This is great.
Absolutely delicious.
Okay, well, let's mess yours up.
Not too much.
What do you mean?
No, because the all ingredients are separated. So I think, we'll take a little beef and mustard.
I'm Korean. I'm cutting it like we're supposed to.
Oh my god, I never saw that before.
It has to be cut. Because the
Alright.
noodles are so long. They say, you know what? The longer the noodle, the longer the longevity, but I say, let's
cut
just
it.
make it easier.
Is a little more mustard. No?
It's really good.
Oh yeah. No sweet.
Okay.
So many
Very
texture,
good.
between the beef, the mustard, the egg.
Delicious. Really good. Good job.
One final note. At the Hongyuan Chinese restaurant in the Chosun Hotel, we had jjajangmyeon for a family dinner. It's my favorite noodle dish, one I remember from my earliest days in Korea.
You know how to slurpee noodles?
Slurping was in order. And Chloe did her very best to make her mom and dad proud.
Okay, do the slurp now.
Yeah.
Yeah.